And we are back. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Sorry, I'm a little fucking rusty here. We haven't been on the air in a while. 6 September, once in the summer, midsummer. Can't remember. It's been a while. It's good to be back. I got one regular and one special guest coming up here in a minute. It's going to cover a few promo items first. First of all, Fire for Effect Live. Good to be back for October. Fire for Effect Live. This episode is brought to you by. Come on, fucking work, man. I can't get things to work. There we go. Positive Mike's Brewing. Positive Mike's Brewing. You can get the gear. Check out his socials at Positive Mike. But you can't get the beer, but I can. And I happen to have with me, you saw it last time, my own podcast brand beer called Fire in the Hole. You'll see my logo on there and Positive Mike's. Very good beer. I'm going to crack this in a little bit. Also brought to you by the Veteran Farmer, helping you out with all your alternative solutions to conventional medicine and for veterans. And they're also good at helping you with all the Veterans Affairs goods. Helping you out with all of the Veterans Affairs stuff that is often challenging to deal with. And I'm missing one. Hope I didn't delete it. Don't have it. What a loser. The good folks down at Lakeside Farmstead, Jeff None and his family, produce amazing Wagyu cross beef and dairy products just north of Edmonton. I can't find it. Oh, well. We'll move on. I'm a little rusty, so let's bring in Sniper Jesus himself, the Blue Rocketeer, Mr. Morgan Warren. What's going on, buddy?
Same old, same old.
Man, I'm fucking shaking the rust off the fucking wheels here, dude.
Yeah, I know. No, just kind of hanging out, doing my thing. You know, getting as many more riding days in as I can before snow flies. Prepping my house, my yard, getting ready for winter.
Fucking, that's depressing. You got anything good news to tell anybody?
Nah, I don't mind it. Time to clean up.
Fall's coming, man. You know what? The only thing I like about fall coming, I just came back from Ontario, and the first, only, and one guest we're gonna have on tonight. We were up at his cottage in Fucknells, Ontario, and it was absolutely beautiful. And of course, because I'm ill prepared because I was doing 20 other things today, I don't have the pictures handy. But if you followed my Instagram, you saw them, and it was really amazing stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Northern, like how far north of Toronto was it? Like, or
an hour north of Barrie ish.
Oh, an hour north of Barrie. Okay, like already like
Wabasee. It's on like Georgian Bay. I'll let Derek.
Georgian Bay. Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful up that way.
Oh, dude, it was off the chain, man. Amazing place. I actually slept every night, mostly because I was impaired. That being said, our first, next, and only guest is he's from the GTA. He's from Ontario. He is a tattoo artist. He's an amazing photographer, except he needs to learn shutter speeds when it comes to video, but I won't bust his balls too much. He is the host of, or a co-host on Canadian as Fuck, which is a Monday night podcast at, I believe, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. out here in the West. He is also the host of, I always fuck this up, All Uncovered, which is on Revolution Radio Canada, revolutionradio.live, Friday nights at, I believe, 9. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Derek Lewis.
What up?
Hey. Oh, yeah, I forgot he's a tattoo artist. As you can see, he's doing ink right now.
You did say that.
Did I?
Yeah, you said that.
Okay, I'm glad I covered that. I didn't want to fuck it up.
I can do 4 things at once.
We actually have guests. Cool. We have one guest.
Oh, by the way, Wabasheen.
We have Wabasca here. It's a great place to go fishing. Wabashee? Is that how you pronounce it?
Sheen,
like Charlie Sheen.
Like Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen, there's Ray.
Not as many diseases though.
No. So listen, let's talk about what you're doing right now.
Well, I'm just so my buddy Gavin here.
Yep.
He likes guns. But he brought his cousin. His cousin's in from England, and so he brought him in to get tattooed. So here we are.
Oh, right on. What are you getting, buddy? Are you getting like a dolphin fighting a unicorn on a rainbow, or what is it?
Say it.
Bombs.
He's getting a tube sock.
The tube sock.
You know how the tube sock has the stripes at the top?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Oh, is it a particular sports team color? What is it?
No, it's just regular black.
Okay. Well, that shouldn't be too.
We should be here the whole time.
You should be able to handle that. Okay. Yeah. Let's recap the summer. We'll go around. I didn't get as much done as I planned on getting done this summer. I did next to fucking nothing. I didn't get on the bike very much. I didn't very nothing. I'll tell you what I did do. Check it out. For those of you who haven't seen me in a while, you can't see this for you guys listening later. Check my hair out. This is what I've been doing.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to give you a haircut at the cottage.
Yeah, you were. So my plan was to grow it out so I could look like Sniper Jesus. And I don't think that's gonna work. I gotta go with what Derek's rocking there. I need that kind of hairdo.
Iron tight, baby.
Iron tight on the sides and then let her go buck backwards or something. Morgan, I know the fuck you can do that, man. Like I was running around my yard doing yard work the other day, swatting an imaginary fly that wouldn't go away, and it turns out it was my hair. Right? And I could feel it growing past my ears and shit, and it's just mind numbing.
That's what product's for, sir.
Yeah, so I know.
Talk to Ray.
I don't have any product. I never needed product.
Talk to Ray.
Ray actually Ray's the guy. Ray gets $400 haircuts.
Today's the day
every 2 weeks.
my son.
When you see the video footage I got of Ray at the lake,
his hair
he looks like I felt it move, man. He is so fucking sexy. It's unbelievable. Like he is. Like I just can't, every time I see Ray, I can't stop looking at him.
That's why I put you guys in the rooms beside
I know, man. You know, I just can't stop looking at him. I'm like, God damn, he looks good.
Moonlit romance.
He just looks so good.
Got a hole in the wall between us.
He's got those 80s bike cop shades he wears. You can see the whole production set in his eyes.
At night and inside.
I know. Anyway, yeah, Mr. Ray Rout from what's his handle this week? Ray DPN?
I think so.
Yeah. Check out his stuff. He's a guru at social media influence. He's got a lot of stuff going on in his life right now, so he can't do as much as he used to. But an amazing voice when you get to hear him. We finally gave him a decent microphone. Yep. I hope he puts it to use. Yeah, let's talk about, before we get into the fun stuff, the lake trip. So the whole point of this trip to Wabashine.
There you go.
Wabashine, which is, give me a reference point for people who don't have a clue where that would be.
It's 20 minutes north of Barrie, up the 400, and about 2.5 hours south of Sudbury.
Okay, so 20 minutes north, but it took us 2 hours because of the traffic on the 400 bridge.
Yeah, because that corridor through Barrie is absolutely, they demoed the Ann Street Bridge, so they're doing like a whole bunch of construction.
Yeah.
So through there, it's just absolute madness.
So Derek's got it's like a family cottage thing up there that was built in the 60s, and it's kind of got a Frankenstein monster appeal to it. It's been added on and evolved over the decades, but it's absolutely beautiful. It sleeps like 200 people, and we had a great time.
12
people. Tons of chipmunks kicking around. Yep. We saw a murder hornet.
We did saw him, and Comer killed it.
I know. Hey, fuck, Morgan, have you ever heard of a murder hornet?
No, but I want to hear all about it.
I didn't know it was a real thing. I remember it was in the news like a year ago that these invasive murder hornets were moving into North America from fucking wherever.
As big as my fucking thumb.
I wish we had a picture of it.
I deleted it off my phone. It is. Yeah. I know it's on the show. I know it's on CAF, the first one that we did with everybody. I know there's footage of it.
It is. We were sitting. So the whole point of us going up there was to meet each other. So this is the entire crew from Canadian as fuck and Revolution Radio, and meet in a social setting and have a good time. And that was probably one. Number two is to capture as much content as we could, which I think we did. And I have like a fucking ton of editing to do, and I've just started today because I was been busy. And yeah, so we're sitting around doing the first Canadian AF outdoor pod. We got 3 cameras rolling. All the mics are set up, and this fucking prehistoric wasp lands on whose mic? It was your mic.
That was my mic. It landed
Eric's
on
mic.
Yeah.
And then it it starts to crawl into his fucking Michelob Ultra.
Yeah.
Which I can't stop laughing at that. So he grabs this cup and traps this thing. And I'm like moving back slowly, like I just encountered a fucking grizzly bear. Right? I'm like I'm making big movements, man, and talking loud.
They're shockingly scary.
It's I've never seen anything like that. And I can't even, if you get stung by that, I've been stung by wasps and shit before.
No, that's absolutely terrible. I can't believe you drink Michelob Ultra.
I know. Like I was just giggling inside when somebody walks in with a crate of Michelob Ultra. Like,
it was in the cooler, and I just grabbed whatever was.
Okay.
Watching your girlish video.
Sure.
You know what?
You're getting tattooed by a guy that drinks. Do they even have Michelob Ultra in the UK?
Hey, it's Toronto.
No. Yeah, that's fair.
They got Michelob Ultra in the UK. They call it water. Fuck.
Yep. Comes out of the tap.
It comes out of the tap, yeah.
Anyway, it was a great time. We got a lot of content coming out soon. It's almost done. The interviews will be the easiest, and the rest I got to do some exposure adjustments because it's fucking blown out in the background and dark in the front, but I'll work that out. So yeah, that was a good time. We had a really good time up there. Got fucking fun. Trashed.
There was that.
There was the first night that we recorded a bunch of shit that will never see the light of day.
Ever. I burnt that disc.
Yeah, and good news, all your footage is fucked up dream sequence because of your shutter speed, so it's useless. So just take the audio. I still have Ryan's audio. I think we should just burn it and get rid of it.
Done.
It's just there's no way that can exist. We were Canadian dudes drinking, sitting around a fire, saying whatever the fuck we wanted to.
You got to get rid of it because it's admissible.
That's exactly right, man. So some of that shit does not belong. It'll never come out. I was gonna release it to everybody. Well, it's there. You can grab the audio snippets we want if you want them, but the video is useless.
Yeah.
Well, it's not if you're going for an artistic look, like a Jason Bourne dream sequence. That's when you fuck with your shutter speed. But I'll leave it alone.
That could work. Anything else you want to chirp me about? Mister, I didn't turn the fucking audio on.
Yeah, so that's a good point. I fucked up too. So there was a lot of drinking going on up there. So I got this new kick-ass high-end wireless Go fucking thing, right? Lavalier system. And I got it all hooked up. I'm like, right, good to go. It's on, it's receiving, great. 3 interviews go by, and I look down, and I don't have the fucking cable plugged in because it's still hooked to the shotgun mic on his camera. And I'm going, okay, don't worry about it. There's a backup channel so that the 2 transmitters can record, so you don't need to hook it to nothing. Load them up in the software. Do you think that feature was on? No. Why would it be? So thank God. Yeah. Anyways, we got the rest, but thank God that my 3rd camera was on auto fucking audio, which is shitty camera audio, but I can clean it up. Or our man Scotty can clean it up.
Yeah, we'll send it to Comer.
He'll fix it up. So other than that, beautiful, beautiful part of the country. Tara came up for a visit with the Hellcat. That was pretty cool. I didn't get to go for a rip in it because we didn't have enough time.
I'm surprised she got over that hump.
Oh, me too.
Right,
me too. I don't know if it's that low.
It's that low.
Yeah, it's a nice car. It's got like 707 horsepower. I don't know if she's watching. I'm too fucking blind to read the comments. That's why I'm not answering you guys. My eyes are all sticky and shitty. It's been windy and dusty in here in harvest season, so I'm a fucking mess.
Well, Ashley Lindley's in the chat.
Ashley Lindley's in the chat. Also a co-host of a podcast called the Getting Sauced podcast /
breakfast, that lady.
She does / radio show, which is on Saturdays and Sundays with Mr. and Mrs. Lindley do a radio show on Rev Radio, and they teach you how to cook. So they pick some cool tunes and teach you how to cook. Give you cooking tips for all you newbies out there that are learning how to make a burger for the first time.
And talk a lot of shit too.
And talk a lot of shit talk going on. Yeah, so that was kind of like the highlight of my summer. And then I did not take the 400 back. I went through Aurelia, like all back roads, 80 kilometers, but it was fucking beautiful. So if anybody from Ontario that's watching or listening later, I'm not shitting on your province. It is beautiful, arguably the most beautiful province in the country. It is the GTA that I hate, but I'll give the GTA one thing. People know how to drive. And you might not think that out there, but I'm telling you right now, compared to out here,
Are you high?
I'm not high, man.
I
They
think he's
drive
high.
fucking way better than they drive in Alberta. People, Morgan, help me out here.
Well, I hope they drive better than people in Vancouver. That's for Christ's sake.
Yes, they do. Calgary and Edmonton, people can't drive. Sorry, you're fucking horrible. And like it's crazy. They first of all, they don't follow speed limits. No one gives a fuck about speed limits in the GTA.
Dude, I got guys like on those racer bikes doing wheelies down the fucking Gardner Expressway.
I know. Like I was on the 407, which is beautiful. It's tolled, so you're paying.
Because it's owned by
it says speed limit 100. If you're not doing 130, 140, you better move over. And well, the 400 was a gong show, but I don't know. I felt like the traffic flowed better. People know how to merge because they're all doing a buck chicken. Here, they can't do it. They can't get up to the average speed. It's just fucking. I get road rage just getting into my truck and out of my cul-de-sac. Like I'm ready. I'm already there. So just want to go. I don't leave the house too much. So yeah. Anyway, enough about that. Morgan, what the hell did you do this summer? Tell me, you did that bike trip?
Yeah, I rode out through. Well, let me see. I left here and I ended up in Campbell River to do a bunch of skydiving. But I went left here, went down through Jasper, over the Coke, through the Lower Mainland, got the Horseshoe Bay Ferry up to
on a hardtail, by the way.
Oh yeah, on a rigid chopper.
On an old school rigid chopper. Like I don't know, my back wouldn't be able to take it.
I had it packed up good. Like I had, I've got a sissy bar around there. I had my bag, so I could kind of lean back on it. So yeah, I was up in like the Camel River skydiving with Operation Pegasus there for like a week.
Airborne.
That was pretty fun. Yeah, airborne. And then rode back, came back through Duke Point, got off in Tsawwassen. Then I came back down through Salmon Arm, Sycamoose, out through coming through Banff and everything like that, and back.
And no issues with the bike other than that peg problem.
Well, it's not so much I had a peg problem. I had a fucking idiot in Vancouver who hit me problem. But yeah,
well,
peg was good.
Oh, Derek, just so you know what his studio looks like, here's where it is. I'll show you a picture of it.
Oh yeah,
that's me.
Sitting in the shitter.
He's sitting in the shitter.
That's lovely.
It works, man. It's all done up nice.
It's a good refurb.
So let's talk. I realized today. Well, I don't read the news much, and I sure as fuck don't read much the government has to say. But I got a kick out of that whole Nazi fucking thing.
That was amazing.
Like, do you not vet people that come into the House of Commons?
Not only do you not vet people, like
I got to show my ID and shit.
Dude had a name tag.
He had a name tag.
300. Like, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Like, this is the first time, in my lifetime where, like, I'm smarter than the people running our fucking country. Like,
that's fucking scary.
And I got a grade 12 Newfoundland education and 25 years in the infantry. Like, come on. And I'm not a little bit smarter. And I'm not talking like, I got better common sense. No. I got more common sense. Academically, I'm smarter than these son of a bitches. It's crazy. Like, whereas in the past, people like Jean Chrétien, Paul Martin, I may have disagreed with them on policy, but I didn't think they were stupid people. Like,
nope.
I just disagree with them on policy. Like, I don't vote liberal. Like, it's just not my jam. But the fact that they did, I remember watching it, and they're like, yeah, he fought against the Russians in the Second World War, and it made him his hero. And I'm kind of like, I've got no PhD in history, but last time I checked, the Russians were on our side in the Second World War. I was like, so who fought the Russians? Right? The Krauts and the Japs. So I was like, so who, he doesn't look Japanese. Chances are he was, probably doing kind of Sig Halen a little bit there. So how that slipped through the cracks is absolutely beyond me.
Well,
the thing is like he has like that's a fuck up, like on like a next level fuck up, because one of Mr. Putin's mandates for is the denazification of the Ukraine. That's one of the reasons he's there. I'm his words, not mine.
That's what he claims. But
that's what he claims. But what I'm saying is that by the Canadian Parliament, having an actual Nazi, and not just a guy who was like born there and he volunteered, like, or he was drafted. This guy was in a Waffen SS, which means
he's a straight up Nazi.
He's a straight up, like he volunteered and pledged allegiance to Hitler. Like,
yeah.
So what do you think Putin's going to do with that? He told you so. Like, it makes the West look colossally fucking stupid.
Well, definitely Canada looks stupid, and that's like the 8th time this month or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've been looking kind of really stupid a lot lately.
I know. But I mean, this is the problem in this country, is that everyone is so fast to virtue signal that they don't stop and think, because it ticked all those boxes, right? It's like, oh, this guy's Ukrainian. He fought the Russians. Ding, 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 ding. Let's get this guy in front of everyone to virtue signal harder and faster than the next guy. Yeah, but it's funny because by that metric, we should probably have a day to honor Napoleon Bonaparte. Maybe, we'll get. I mean, Osama, he fought the Russians too. I mean, come on, let's get these guys in here. Like, fuck
well,
me.
I like that meme you sent me. So it's I don't. I'm gonna fucking read it. Where's my phone?
Is that the picture of Bin Laden?
Yeah. So, but I'll read it out here to everybody.
Oh, you sent that to us too.
Did I? Did I send it to the group? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on. Just give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. There it is. Okay, so it's a picture. I try to hold up to the camera. I don't know if you. It's fucking.
It's that classic like Osama picture.
It's a picture of Osama bin Laden in a fucking cave somewhere. It says, "Rumor is that 338 MPs in Canadian Parliament plan to celebrate this Afghan hero who bravely fought against the Russians in the 80s." And I
went down a rabbit hole with this whole story because I too found it absolutely hysterical.
Yeah,
like, it's just like it was the dumpster fire that just wouldn't go out and kept burning.
Fucking 100%, man. Like, it's just ridiculous.
In Oakville, Ontario, so not far from where we are, just outside the GTA,
across the street from my place.
No, I go through Oakville to get to Hamilton. Yep.
To this unit.
Really?
Yeah. So in a cemetery, in the Ukrainian cemetery in Oakville, there is a monument there that says, "To the people that fought for the freedom of the Ukraine," and the little bear emblem that's like the symbol of this unit is on the monument.
Wow.
There is another one in Alberta, I think, in Edmonton.
There's one. Yeah, there's two in Edmonton.
And they were both defaced at one point with someone writing Nazi monument on it. And when like the police, I think in the Oakville one, went to go and investigate it, they were like, "This is a travesty. You can't do this." And then they figured out what the monument was for, and then they deleted everything about it.
Right. It feels like maybe somebody should fucking look into it.
Yeah. The two monuments in Edmonton. One is to that Waffen SS division, because the Ukrainians view them as freedom fighters, and then the other one, it's the bust of I don't maybe it was like Stepan Bandera. I don't think it was Stepan Bandera, but it was one of those characters. Also, he was very tight, with Hitler, and it is what it is, right? Like, people view him as a freedom fighter.
600 members of this unit into the country after the war.
Yes.
So it's not like we didn't know they were in the country, and now we've forgotten all about it and parade this guy around like he's a.
We got fucking Nazis everywhere here. I'm going to give you a good example. Canadian Forces Base Wainwright. Morgan, you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Was a Nazi prisoner of war camp, and there are many of them. I'm not here to name them all. I'm just going to give you one example across this country. And at the end of the war is over. Okay, well, all you fuckers can go back to Germany now. And a lot of them didn't go. They just stayed in Canada. True story. They went, I don't want to go there. Really? I want to stay in Canada or whatever. Like, they just fucking became farmers around Mundare, Provost, wherever. There's a ton of German people in Eastern Alberta.
Really?
Fuck yeah. Like, some of them are legit immigrants. But I know a lot of them came out of that fucking prisoner of war camp.
Yeah. There was a POW camp here in Oshawa, too, that, at the end of the war, they were allowed to stay if they wanted.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know, look into that shit. If you wonder why we got too many fucking old Nazis in Alberta or in
But
Canada. Like, well, yeah,
in
we do.
in the 1980s, there, Chris, the Canadian government actually did an investigation, and I can't remember the name of it right now. It was actually in the news as of late here, obviously, and they were talking about. But there's a part of that investigation that the Canadian government will not release, and essentially, it's like the names and numbers, like of the amount of Nazis that are here, right? They
So
won't.
can you cross-reference that to this guy's name and found him real quick, probably.
Probably.
Yeah,
But,
I don't know. Find out
but
when
it-
the next reunion is and just show up. Start
But, like-
rounding fucking people up.
I can
But
find
this-
easier shit on Google, for Christ's sakes.
But to circle back to what I was saying, like I said, the Russians are saying there's fucking Nazis all over the fucking place in goddamn Ukraine, and the West is saying no, there's not. And now who looks like a fucking idiot, the Russians or the West?
Oh, but we make a habit of looking like idiots
Yeah,
in this country.
not just, but that doesn't just hurt like Canada. I mean, fuck, we're a lost cause. But it makes like everybody look fucking stupid. Like all of our friends are looking at us like the Americans and the Brits got to be like, who let this guy in? Like, fuck.
Listen, there's shit countries making fun of us. The fucking
Yes.
the Polish army was making fun of the Canadian army dudes in Latvia.
Probably for being a bunch of fucking fat fucks with pink hair. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I'm
Well,
not gonna
when you
we're not going down that fucking rabbit hole.
Yeah,
'Cause
I know.
the thing, it was half-assed good when I
Yeah.
left
Yeah.
on my watch. He was cool in
Yeah.
the gang. Now it's a fucking clown show. And I'm like it was a buddy of mine. I won't name his name. He came back. He got his haircut, proper regulation haircut. Shane, you know him. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
name him, just his first name. And he literally looks like the sketch of the guy in the original dress pan with how the beard's supposed to look and the
Yeah.
haircut.
Yeah, he's
Shane
proper.
looks like
He's
a
properly
model
groomed.
for that. Yeah, he's square because he got tired of being made fun of by one of the biggest dog shit armies in the fucking world.
Yeah.
And I've worked with the Poles. Okay, worked with is a very, very loose term in Afghanistan, 2007, 2008. Basically, we saved their lives. But anyway, I digress. So you got a crap army, an Eastern European shit army making fun of fucking the Canadian military is a sad day. And that's because we got there. I don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole shitting on the government, but I have one more thing that I need to cover.
Okay.
And then we can freestyle. So I was reading today. So I read my news while I'm having my morning constitutional. That's all you need to know. And I skim through. I'm a skimmer. I don't have the attention span anymore. Like most people don't to read full articles unless it's very, very engaging. And it had to do with Bill C. What is it? 21? The gun thing.
Uh-oh.
The gun thing.
What about it?
Okay. Well, apparently, in 26 days, if I'm a fucking criminal because I still have
Yeah.
my AR-15 in my possession.
Yeah.
According to the Criminal Code of Canada, as it's written, me and thousands of other guys who own weapons that are on that list become criminals. Yet the point of this was so the CCFR, Canadian Coalition for Firearm Rights, who I'm a member of, but I don't really read their shit either because I just don't, is taking them to court saying there's 26 days left and there's no clear direction.
After 3
how-
years.
Right? So there's already been an extension to the 30 October. And while Trudeau is going doop, 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 or the Liberal government who came up with this shit, it's like, okay, me and a lot of guys, not me, are scared about losing their firearms license and shit because and it's up to 10 years in prison. But you
Yeah,
have
that's fine.
no mechanism, no system in place for me to sell you or whatever, or extend the amnesty period. And it's
They can
like
extend- they're just
26
gonna-
days left.
They're just going to extend it, Chris. That's all they're going to do.
I know, but I'm like, the
so
point
stupid.
is, I know they're going to extend it because, so walk me through the French language here. The Quebec Polytechnique, the school, the shooting,
Yeah.
right? So they banned Trudeau from going to that today because he hasn't followed through on his fucking promise.
Yeah.
So
he's a
they're like-
idiot.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck you, you're not coming to this memorial thing for the largest mass shooting in Canada because you didn't do any of the shit you said you were going to do. And that's how this article started.
Yeah, but meanwhile, you can't shoot your AR. I can't shoot my AR. So he hasn't done nothing. He just hasn't done enough to make them happy, which is ban everything immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I can't shoot my AR, whatever. I know how to shoot it. I'm good to go when the time comes. But that's not the point. The point is like either fucking do something or don't. Don't go half-assed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
use your full ass.
Right? So now we're sitting in limbo. I've had all these weapons that are no longer allowed in my fucking gun closet for how long now? 2 years, 2.5, whatever. And
May
we're
1st, 2020.
yeah, we're at D-minus 26 and fucking just nope, still don't have it figured. I'm like, what you guys
It'll
are
be
so
like
fucking
the long gun
stupid.
registry where they just kept extending it out for like 20 years and then you never actually had to do anything.
And I love the price tag they put it on. I laughed at that. So it's only going to cost this. I said, it's not going to cost that. It's going to cost
Well,
fucking
the long
10
gun registry.
times that.
The long gun registry was initially supposed to cost $2 million. By the time the conservative government shut it down in like 2012, it was upwards of $2 billion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And meanwhile, welcome to Gun Nut fucking podcast. No, it's not. Gun crime continues to go up in this country.
yes, but
And
it's
all illegally obtained firearms.
it is.
because
It's absolute insanity. Like,
the-
okay, there's a school shooting. It's absolutely fucking terrible. But curtailing the fucking civil liberties of fucking people that had nothing to fucking do with it, that have been law-abiding citizens their whole life. How the fuck 1 + 1 is bananas? Like, it doesn't even make sense.
because it's
fucking
easy.
senseless.
It's easy to do. It's easy to do. It's
Well-
easy to fucking control the law you can control.
Well, it's not even easy to do. It's easy to stand up and say something, but it's not easy to do, because if it was
that's
easy
okay.
to do, I
We're
wouldn't be in
saying this-
possession of an AR-15.
That's what we're saying. We're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Now, I know some cops that were border guys and shit that are ex-military, and they're like, it doesn't matter how much money you throw at it. They got no fucking people. The morale is so low in the RCMP. A friend of mine who's a senior member who's retiring this year, disgruntled retiring. He worked the border in BC, and he knows. I'm not going to divulge numbers. It's a national security fucking thing. But he gave me some numbers about how many guys are actually tasked to cover the border. And he could speak to BC to Saskatchewan, I think. And he said it's not even fucking remotely close what would be required to stop cross-border gun smuggling. It's not even a fucking ballpark. So, like,
When you
whatever.
just-
You can come up with these fucking bullshit laws about my AR is banned. It doesn't matter. All the shit that's, that bad guys are using are coming across the fucking border from the States, and most certainly across one of them big-ass lakes that you guys got out east.
And the thing is, the longer that we stay in limbo, all it does is it just proves, like, our fucking point is that we're not the fucking problem. So you ban my AR, so it's still sitting in my house doing the same thing it did.
Yeah, 2.5 years later, 3 years later, whatever.
It still hasn't grown fucking legs and gone on a fucking killing spree. Like,
no.
It's fucking absolutely ridiculous. I'm gonna
Actually-
one thing you said though, Chris, which I guess I'll disagree. You said we'll be criminals, and I'm like, no, we're not criminals. We're outlaws, and that's a big fucking difference. I'm comfortable.
No, that's the
being
word
a-
you want to
and I'm-
use. The criminal code of Canada, as they wrote it, makes us criminals,
Yeah, well, whatever.
which is fucking preposterous.
You're
Yeah.
not a criminal until you're fucking convicted. I'm a fucking outlaw, and I'm fucking comfortable with that.
Yeah, I know. I'll go with that. Yeah. So whatever. No, I'm like, don't get me wrong. I'm laughing my ass off at it too, and going, "Fuck, man, I'll be fucking 90 by the time you come and some cop knocks on my door and goes, "We're here for your AR." My fucking what? We got lasers now, man. Right? NASA's gonna set up that fucking housing colony on the moon, which they're targeting for 2040. By the way, in the 70s, we were supposed to be living on the moon by 1999. That's what I was told. So I don't believe anything NASA says.
They lied.
Right? So no, next to the fucking liberal government, I don't trust NASA either. They fucking make shit up all the time too. Yeah, they said we're gonna have houses on the moon by 2040, which isn't that far away. I'm thinking, okay, your average Canadian's energy bills are going through the fucking roof now. Imagine your fucking power bill on the moon. She's gonna be pricey, kids.
Long extension cord.
Long extension. See this fucking cousin Eddie in his space helmet filling up his gen set at Moonbase Alpha.
His boy Elroy.
Yep. He's hiding his fucking ARs in a crater, so the moon government doesn't come take him.
But though, Chris,
Oh,
it's
man.
like back to what you said about being a criminal. Though it's just like the stroke of a pen. Like I'm not like you. I haven't committed a crime. Like you changed the fucking law.
Well, actually, the biggest piss off for me is the whole pistol law. So he froze pistols. Okay, can't import them, can't export them, but he can't even trade them or like.
But you
My
can still
buddy's,
you
my
can still
got, my
hit him in the
buddy's
range
got a
of shooter.
pistol I want. He's got one I want. We were supposed to do the deal. Can't do it. So I'm stuck with shit I don't even fucking use or want.
Yeah,
I don't even have the right to sell it.
but it's kind of foolish. Like, so they did a pistol freeze. But you can't buy them or sell them, or you can't import them, but you can still take it to the range and shoot it. But ARs are banned, so
Yeah.
you have it, but you can't take it to the range
Can't
and
take
shoot
it
it.
there. Well, listen,
Look
hashtag fucking Black Guns Matter, bro.
I know, black guns matter.
They
Yeah.
did that though because the way that they did the order in council, there was a buyback. So now they're on the hook for the financial part of that.
Yeah.
With C21, which will be passing shortly, it seems. The
So
pistol
it seems.
and there's no buyback. So upon death, that gets turned in at zero cost to the government other than to destroy it.
No, they're shipping that shit to the Ukraine.
Probably. But there's one guy that wanted to ship his AR to the Ukraine when that whole thing started, and they're like, no, you can't do that.
Well, that's fucking
We'll just
nice
send
of
you
them.
tax dollars instead.
See, that's actually a good point. If you gave me the option, if it came to that, where okay, we're down to the actual wire where you got to fucking turn your AR in. I'm like, okay, I want to give it to the Ukraine.
Bye.
Also,
No, not me. Buy them. Buy.
No, I know.
I'll send mine to Alpha Group in Russia. The Russians can have mine.
You're such a fucking asshole. You got to have that devil's advocate guy in your group. Well, that's Morgan, and he's the only guy in my fucking group that shows up for this pod ever. So
I showed up.
let's do an update on Homeboy's bands there. Can you zoom the camera so we can see what you're doing?
That requires me moving a bunch.
Okay, no, never mind. This guy's paying you by the fucking minute here, so.
Yeah. He's already interrupted. We don't even get to listen to music.
That sucks. Yeah. Well, we're gonna wrap this shit up soon anyway.
Suffer in silence.
This is a short one. Then I guess I got 800 other fucking things to do, including editing. Yeah.
You can chat as long as you want about it.
No, I legit have other
So we're
things to
on
do
the other
tonight.
side of this band.
I legit have other things to do. We're just easing in. This is like a fucking test in the water to come back to see if we got our shit together. If anybody's
dip
still
and
paying
fit.
attention.
Dipping our toes in and cursing.
I know. If Lindley would have came on, I was going to talk about comfort food. We're
Did you see-
transitioning out of summer. I'm going to get
Did you see the old chief of defense staff fucking piping off about our the $1 billion defense cuts?
Oh, yeah. Let's cover that since we're still beating the fuck out of the government. So the government finally says to NATO, this is a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
we will meet the 2% GDP to be in NATO. And then a week later cuts $1 billion from the defense budget.
Which is approximately about 4% of the budget.
Yeah.
Like 4% of our defense budget, right?
Yeah. So you're supposed to go up 18 and you went down 4. I think they needed 18. I can't remember the math. We're sitting at about 1.3 GDP. We
No,
need to get
1.1.
Okay, whatever.
But I think
So we almost had to go up 1 full percent.
Jesus.
We almost had to double.
Not jerking off.
Double the budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can't
To get-
meet that, but we've sent $8 billion to the Ukraine.
Yeah. Yeah. How about stop sending all of our shit to those retards and we fucking look after our own?
Well, okay, fuck. Here we go.
I'm just saying we could probably find an easy $1 billion there.
I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, isn't like the U.S. government supposed to shut down or something? Or was that
No, I
avoided?
think they avoided the shutdown.
But it's happened before. Like, how does the government shut down? What kind of fucked up country do you guys have?
Okay, first of all, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. I don't think we got any position to call the United States
I
fucked
know
up.
our shit show's fucked up, but those guys are right the fuck out of her down there, buddy.
The government that governs least governs best. So
Hey.
I'm all for a shutdown where they don't get paid.
Exactly. As a libertarian, I'm kind of like, shut it down.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
Oh man, you're a
shit.
fucking anarchist. That's what you
No,
are.
no, I'm not an anarchist. Libertarian, probably ish.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they avoided the shutdown. Well, that's probably good. So like the
Yeah.
troops will get paid. I don't know. It's kind of a big deal. Can you imagine being out on some fucking nuclear submarine for fucking 3 months or on an aircraft carrier and like, hey, we're not paying you. I'd be like, well, get me the fuck out of here then. I'll start swimming, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they can't go on strike. It's not like the Dutch army where they got a union.
No.
They just say you're not getting paid. And like they take that. They take it in the ass. Blows my mind.
Really?
Yeah, man.
No, the Dutch. No, I'm sorry. I'm stuck on the Dutch. The Dutch having a union.
Yeah, they're not the
Yeah,
only
they
one.
will.
They have a union. So if you fuck
How
with
the
them, it's
fuck
like,
does that work?
I don't know.
It works. It works for him though. I don't know
Actually,
how,
it
but
does.
it does work for him. So
How does the fucking NHLPA have a union? You get paid stupid money to play hockey. Shut the fuck up and play hockey.
yeah.
All these sports players unions. We're gonna shift to sports. Maybe Ray's still watching. I don't know how many professional sports teams have unions, but that is the most fucking ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. It's like that. What's his name that took a knee? Who's the first guy?
Oh, Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick. Fuck him. Play fucking football. That's what you're getting paid to do. Take your political bullshit and save it for another fucking day. That's my answer. For the amount of money that fucking guy gets paid, he can go pound sand. And if you're a big fan of that shit, go ahead. And I'm not against what he was doing or what he's standing for. There's time and fucking place. It's the same as to me as a pride flag flying on base. Now I'm not anti-LGB in the rest of the alphabet. It has no fucking place on a Canadian Armed Forces base. I've said it before. I'll say it again. The only thing that flies on Canadian Forces bases are unit and fucking government flags.
Or authorized flags.
Authorized. There's an actual manual that
There's a manual
describes
for it,
this.
yeah.
Mhm.
Not, like my fucking club's flag or fucking pride flag or the
Pirate flag or whatever.
or a pirate flag because it's National Pirate fucking Day.
Yeah.
That shit has no place there. So it has nothing to do with the pride shit. It doesn't belong in a base. And this whole fucking taking a knee during a national anthem, like that country, people died and fought in that country
So you
to
can
have
make
the freedom. So
millions
you
of
could
dollars
take a
playing
fucking knee.
basketball or
Yeah.
Yeah. However, though, Chris, like I guess I agree with you. Like, fucking take a knee on your own fucking time. However, that's the what's the word I'm looking for? The fucking conundrum. The thing is that because that country is so fucking awesome, because that country is so free, he has the ability to do that. Right? If he was in Saudi Arabia, he'd be fucking shackled and shot. Right?
Yeah.
That just proves when you have your first your freedom of speech and freedom of expression. It just proves that the United States and the Constitution of the United States is objectively superior to every other country in the world.
Yeah. I mean, you want to live in a place where you're allowed to burn a flag.
Fuck, we get
Exactly.
that's a whole other conversation.
I disagree with you wholeheartedly burning that fucking flag and taking that knee, but God damn it, I will fucking protect your right to do it till the fucking end of the earth.
Yeah, well, that was always our like anytime there's protesters protesting war fighting, I would say, well, yeah, you know why you have the right to protest? Because of what I do or used to do. And what your grandfather, my grandfather, your father, whatever it is, has done for years, so that you can live in this ignorant bubble. So enjoy it and enjoy your freedoms, and fuck you very much. Carry on. Let's try to end this shit on a happy fucking note, boys and girls. Jesus Christ. I'll tell you right, Positive Mike, if you're watching or listening, this beer is fucking bomb. I'm saving a bunch to cook food. Like every time Positive Mike gives me a shit ton of beer.
What kind of beer is it? Enlighten me. I'm interested.
This is like I don't know if you had his the jalapeno beer. It's got a little bite to it. It's infused with jalapeno, man. It's fucking
Why
mint.
would you do that to beer?
Buddy, you got to try it. I said that when he made it, but if you haven't tried it, I'm telling you, it is fucking mind blowing.
Yeah, I'm super
Just
interested.
just a hint of heat to it.
Yeah,
he makes fucking craft beers, and they're very good.
Yeah, no doubt.
And so a lot of them, and some are very, very conventional. Some of them are like your stouts, your different kinds of lagers.
Yeah.
He also makes some ciders. He makes all kinds of shit. and I save a lot of them to cook with, to showcase when I'm cooking. Because he gives me big bottles, small bottles. He always comes over with a big fucking box or 2 boxes
Nice.
of just mixed variety stuff. And he made this one. And I said, he goes, well, what's your favorite? I said, it was the, I think it's called the TKO'd or whatever. And I was like, jalapeno beer, are you out of your fucking mind? And then I had him like, that's actually fucking pretty good, buddy. Well, Morgan, the next time you come over, I got lots. You try one, then you can be the judge next week and tell me if this shit was on point or not.
Okay.
All right. Enough politics, enough beer talk. Last rounds. Derek, you want to give any shout outs or any plug your shit?
Plug my shit.
Plug your not. Well, that's fucking came out wrong.
Yeah. Hey.
You get that check. Too much cheese in your diet, buddy.
Right? Fuck. Well, if you want, you can come check me out. Monday nights, I do Canadian as Fuck with Craig G and Dimitri Alexiou. That's, I don't know what time that is, Mountain Time.
I think it's 8 o'clock Mountain, 10 p.m. It changes, though. It changes. Yeah. Typically around 10 Eastern, 8 Mountain. Last week they had Buddy from the Real Statics to get great musical guests. They, you know, it's a good show. And you can only see it on Twitch because they play music.
Yeah.
Because fucking YouTube won't let us play music.
I'm talking to Craig about editing those. So we just like, I'm just gonna edit out the music and we're just talking about music.
Yeah.
Talk about songs.
Yeah. Anyways, Canadian as Fuck is an evolutionary process, but it's a good show.
It is.
Watch it on Twitch.
Yep.
And let's talk about your show on Friday nights.
My Friday show. We do a Friday show. It's usually just me, but like the past couple of shows, this Friday coming up, we're doing another Wabasheen episode, and that's because we had all of you up the cottage. So I've got on. So you're on. Ryan Lindley's on. Ashley's kind of on, but mostly hiding from the microphone.
We had fun. It's a lot of fun.
Scott Comer, Dimitri's on. I don't think is Craig on for one? No, Craig was on for the other one.
Yeah.
And Ray's still on for one.
So, Craig had to go.
It's a lot different than my regular show.
Yeah, that was like a semi-live on location type thing.
It's semi-live on location. Usually it's just me by myself and I'm talking about music and I get to the point, you know, and it's like almost like real radio where it's like, you know, you got like maybe a minute and a half of me talking shit about something and then I play more music. But with you guys, we're drunk as shit.
Yeah, it's a big rabbit hole.
And it's just a rabbit hole. And as when I aired that first one last Friday from the cottage,
yeah,
I had to edit out everything with Ashley because we were just sitting there giggling for like 20 minutes.
Well, that's my editing problem with this entire thing is just everybody in the background is fucking won't shut the fuck up. But
right?
It's fine. We had a good time.
That was fun.
And what's the premise of that show? All uncovered.
All uncovered. The premise of that show is strictly covers, remixes, and mashups.
There you go. And I love a good mashup.
It's just my excuse to play Bill McClintock stuff.
And he is amazing. I just downloaded more shit. Yeah, that's the whole thing. So that AC/DC Metallica mashup.
Oh, that Leo Talica?
No. So the AC/DC Bee Gees one.
Oh, the AC/DC Bee Gees one.
That's where I'm going with my hair. I got to get that flow going, man.
Do it.
You're off to a good start.
I think
it ain't gonna happen. I don't have the patience to do it.
Looking good.
Okay, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Derek Lewis, thanks for coming on, brother. I really appreciate you.
Cheers,
and
man.
Yeah, go to revolutionradio.live Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 7 here, and stream his show. It's fucking awesome. Okay, bro. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for being on. Okay, gentlemen. Good to see you. Good luck with that ink, bud. Sorry to interrupt your session, but you're live on the internet right now. So I hope some homies in the UK see you. Okay, later. All right, fuck, man. There you go. You and me.
Yeah.
Let's wrap this up because I swear to God, I got 8 million fucking things to do tonight. We'll figure out what we're doing next week.
Yeah, I'll go with a plan. Hopefully, JT and Ron Jeremy. Bryce will join us.
Yeah. We'll maybe next week we'll unveil Bryce's new side hustle.
Yeah, we should.
And I won't give away any hints.
Yeah, we'll have to.
He's getting all upset. Don't fucking tell people that. I'm like, well, it's your shit, dude, not mine. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, bro, let you go.
All right, cool. Later.
Oh. All right, there you have it, folks. That's kind of a chopped up, get me back in the saddle. Summer was good. Didn't get as much done as I wanted to. Hopefully, we'll pick up the pace here. I do want to kind of shift how we're doing this. I'm trying to figure it out because I got a lot of things going on, and I really want to get this show to not be just a random bullshit session, but also to provide something useful to you guys to take back, something educational, something that makes sense, even if it's fun, light, or serious. I don't know what that looks like. You can DM me if you got some ideas, but there's 2 million other fucking guys just going blah, 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 blah. I don't want to do that anymore. You need to provide some feedback, teach somebody something, provide some education. So that's what we're going to do. I got to punch out. It's been a fuck ton of fun. Sorry I haven't got to all your comments. Again, I can barely see. My shit's all glassed up with all the crap in the air today. No excuse, I know. But thanks for tuning in. And we'll do this again next week. Ciao.